What's going on, guys? I am with the Moose, and I'm back on Diamond Dynasty, back with another gameplay, and today we're introducing Nomar Garciaparra. If you guys are unfamiliar with him, he was a shortstop for the Boston Red Sox for a while, in the early 2000s, and even a little bit before that. Got traded in 2004, but was really going to be one of the all-time greats probably in Red Sox history before that trade. Obviously, that trade helped the Red Sox win the World Series in 2004, so I'm not too upset about it, but he was pretty much my favorite player until he got traded, so I decided to make him and put him at shortstop since we had Jose Altuve there, which didn't really make any sense since Altuve obviously plays second base, so we figured, why not throw the Diamond player on there and make him a shortstop and make him Nomar Garciaparra. Everything that he does looks like Nomar, so I think it was pretty cool to make him, and he's actually pretty darn good too. He's a 99 overall, since obviously you can feed anything you want into him, and he's getting his first at bat right here. Batting stance is pretty much on point if you ask me. He rips a nice hit into right center field I should say, and gets a nice double to start us off there in the bottom of the first inning after Adam Jones obviously popped out to the second baseman. Then Ted Williams ripping one to center field, but could not fall. Center fielder Rajai Davis was there, and we couldn't advance Nomar at all. And then Jeff Bagwell rolls one over to third, and we cannot capitalize on Nomar's double. So what are you going to do about it? Jeff Bagwell still struggling for me, still trying to get him going a little bit. Really got to get used to that batting stance. I know a lot of you guys in the comments of the last video said that Jeff Bagwell was struggling for you too, and he's obviously not done that well for me either. But then Alex Rodriguez, top of the second right here, 2 outs, and he lifts one into right. It's tailing around the pesky pole, and it's gone for a home run, just barely out of the park. And Jake Arrieta letting up the first run of the game to A-Rod, who I cannot stand. Alex Rodriguez having a very good season, surprisingly, of course. Nobody expected him to do that, and he's done really, really well. And, he hits a home run right here off me. Who knows if he'll keep getting upgraded. I think he's like an 85 overall right now. Maybe he goes even higher. Ernie Banks grounds out to third to start that inning. And then, what do you know? Hanley Ramirez pop out to third base. Classic. Like I said in the last game, I am the king of pop outs. I do it all the time. That's pretty much what I do. I'm also the king of tapping it in front of the mound. That's, something that happens a lot in the show. Don't know why. Super annoying, but Salvador Perez out on a little tapper to the pitcher. We luckily settled down a little bit with Arrieta, work off that home run we gave up to A-Rod, and, get the second batter to strike out here after a quick pop out to Salvo. Salvo is what I call Salvador Perez. Don't know why. Kind of a funny nickname. I don't know if anyone calls him that besides me, but I think it's kind of funny. Nomar up once again, and he rips one now into left center field. That's what he does for me. His average isn't too high. It's like 250, but he always puts balls in gaps and really just does really, really well with that. And he's on once again with a double, with another chance for Ted Williams and the middle of the order in general. Ted pops out to catcher. Classic Moose move right there, getting a quick pop out. And then Jeff Bagwell up next, and he strikes out on a nice changeup by R.A. Dickey nonetheless. Didn't even mention that. And then Ernie Banks rips one to right field. Thought I might have gotten enough of it. Not quite, and we're going to fly out just a few feet short of the warning track. So that's another out. And then Arrieta back on the hill. Curveball a little bit high, not as high, or not as low as I really wanted that pitch, but I'll take the strikeout. And then A-Rod, luckily we got him to pop out to Nomar in shallow center field. Final batter of the inning, I think it's Starling Marte. I honestly could not tell though. And we get him to fly out to Ted Williams in right field. So good solid inning. And now Hanley Ramirez leading us off here in the bottom of the fifth, rips one down the left field line. That's in there for a base hit, and we're going for 2 with Hanley as his player gets kind of caught up on the left field wall right there. And we're into second for the double. And then Salvador Perez, we're looking to advance the runner at the very least, but possibly, get him in on a single. Not quite. We're flying out to center field. Hanley's not going to advance on that one. We're going to, test him a little bit just to see what he does, and nothing going there. And then Dustin Pedroia, thought he might have got a hold of this one, thought it might be off the Green Monster. Not quite, but we are able to advance to third with Hanley, so, a wild pitch or something like that could happen. But then Jake Arrieta steps to the plate.
Ball hit deep. Way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
So that was sick, guys. Jake Arrieta with a home run. Obviously used the Chicago White Sox announcer's call of Jim Tome's 500th home run in the real MLB, obviously, for that. I just thought it was awesome, off R.A. Dickey nonetheless. I could not really hit Dickey much of this game. And then, honestly, right here, we're getting 2 men on after 2 straight singles. For some reason, this guy had Jock Peterson playing shortstop. Obviously, weird to see a lefty playing short, but I thought the Arrieta home run was super cool, obviously with a pitcher, and then of course because, it was against R.A. Dickey, who's notoriously hard to hit against in the show, as is any knuckleball pitcher for that matter. They get a single to lead off the top of the 7th, but then we're able to retire Jock Peterson, of all people, with a double play. Really nice job to erase that. And then Edwin Encarnacion up, and we're able to get him to strike out on a nice curveball. So Arrieta really dealing after giving up that home run to A-Rod. But then Nomar grounds out to first in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're kind of skipping around here, making sure you guys don't see any super boring parts. Ted Williams strikes out, so really had a tough game, no hits at all. And then Jeff Bagwell laces one to right, finally gets a hit. Really nice to see that he actually got like an inside out, single to right field. Wasn't trying to pull it or whatever. And then Ernie Banks does try to pull it, gets down the left field line, but A-Rod is there, and he's able to retire Ernie for the final out of the inning. Jake Arrieta on the hill for the 9th, going for the complete game. Not quite a shutout, but almost. I mean, A-Rod barely hit that home run earlier in the game. Salvador Perez retires him for the first out. Adam LaRoche pinch hitting, I believe. We're able to get him to ground out to Dustin Pedroia for the 2nd out of the inning. And then the final batter of the game, we're able to get him to strike out on a nice curveball. That curveball is really working for Arrieta, and he is going to get the player of the game honors. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, and let me know what else you want to see in Diamond Dynasty. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.